A builder must provide input in the project schedule early on in pre-construction. I've brought up an example here on my screen of a process that we follow here at Elevate. When we start a schedule, we assign a scheduler, we gather all the project documentation, we host a project kickoff meeting, and then we perform an initial builder review. This is the key point in the process where we must have a builder come into the process and identify the key flow and the phasing of the project. I'm currently showing you an example of this that I did remotely through Zoom on Snagit. This is an example of a floor plan. I usually get the floor plan, the reflected ceiling plans, the roof plan, the exterior plans, and the site plan. There's typically about 6 to 15 drawings specifically that I need to do this. But this is an example of a floor plan. And you can see in here I've marked out the preliminary zoning, the direction of flow within the project, within this level 1, the vertical flows, meaning the things that will not flow horizontally through the floors, but vertically, like the elevators, the stairs, the electrical rooms, and given a general idea for the project team how I want to build this as a builder. I continue to do this up through the building on multiple floors for the reflected ceiling plan, for exterior components like the roof. In fact, in this sequence right here, I've even identified what sequence I would like to see as a suggestion for the pre-con team. Additionally, I'll do this with the exterior. You can see that I've identified preliminary production zones or tact zones on the outside, the flow arrows, and then key areas where I need specific sequencing, like over this canopy. I've communicated to the team that I want to build this with scaffolding all the way throughout and then build the canopy afterwards. I've even included a sequence for the exterior, and I've made sure to note things like scheduling the exterior sign. And I'll usually finish it up by identifying the zones for the site work after the exterior. In this example, you can see that I am telling the team, hey, we can start on this southeast corner and go in both directions on the exterior, or we can start in the southeast and wrap around the building, but the east side of that building is the most important to get enclosed so that I can build everything on the inside. These are my access points, these are my flow arrows, this is how I'm going to access the site, and our work is constrained by these key things. And so in this example, what I'm doing is making sure that I'm getting the input for zoning and for flow in this initial builder review before we go build the macro tact plan. And this ties in nicely to the concept of creating a tact plan early on in pre-construction and with design. In conceptual design, we really need to start out with a macro level tact plan and get those zones broken out and that flow going so that we can really build a plan and identify our overall total project duration. As we go throughout schematic design and design development, we will continue to update that plan, but at least at the end of schematic design and throughout design development, we need that builder involvement so that we can make sure that there is a harmony, a synchrony between what is being prepared and designed and planned in pre-construction and what the builders will eventually build. This kind of review digs deep into the way that we will build this building so that there aren't two schedules, one schedule from pre-con and then it gets thrown away, and then the later schedule in construction that they actually build. This will merge those two worlds together, save us a lot of time, and make sure that we have the right plan before we ever break ground. On we go.